So here we've got 2½ cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a pinch of sugar. This is self-rising flour. And we're going to mix some milk in here because I'm out of buttermilk. And then we're going to get started on the gravy. Now here's our biscuit dough. And it is quite sticky. And you can maybe see there are some butter chunks in there. I forgot to show you, but I did use about 1/4 cup of chopped up or shredded butter. Doesn't matter if it's salted or unsalted. And I used just a dash of shortening in there. And this is cold, by the way. You want it cold. And our sausage is nicely browning up. And I'm going to chop this up pretty small. And just keep simmering it till it all gets brown. And as you see, we want a little bit of that grease in there because that's how we're going to make our gravy. And I did have to add a little shortening to this, as this particular brand of sausage I'm using doesn't have a lot of fat in it. So any sausage will work, whatever you prefer. And we're going to use some milk in here and maybe a little water and some flour and salt and pepper and do it up. And we'll come back here in a minute. So we've rolled out our biscuit dough, and I'm going to cut me some biscuits. You don't want to twist whatever you're using to cut your biscuits with. Sometimes I use a cup, or it will seal the sides and your biscuits won't rise up nicely. So we're going to cut these out, and we are going to stack them in this pan that's just ever so lightly greased on the bottom, and we're going to put them in the oven and we'll come back. Okay, so we have buttered our biscuits a little bit. We did have a... Okay, so I'm going to throw some pepper, some black pepper in here, and the amount will be to your choosing. I like it a little peppery, but I am going to feed a kid, so I won't get too crazy. And just a pinch of salt. Some sausages don't need any salt. And about a 1/4 cup of flour, just all-purpose flour, by the way. And we're going to cook this flour up in here. And you just want to cook it for a minute or two and cook off that flour. If you don't cook it a little bit, you'll have a floury taste to it. And then we are going to add some milk. This is just 2% milk, whatever milk is fine. We're going to add a little bit. Now it's starting to thicken up pretty nicely. So this is boiling quite nicely, quite heavily. And I'm probably going to also add a little bit of water. So our biscuits have come up. They're ready to eat. So we've got these beautiful fluffy biscuits, and they are hot. So our breakfast is all done. We're going to go. We're going to enjoy it, and we'll meet you back here at Mom's Easy Eat.